Yo, what's up YouTube? This is Dausa from MimicMethod.com, and this could be our first flow breakdown video, so I'm really excited. And what we're gonna do in these videos is I'm gonna take a song, a song of the world, and I'm gonna break down the flow for you. Now the name of the song is La Memoria de Justino, and Justino Garcia, as far as I can tell, is just some dude who's really good at marimba. And marimba is that thing you hear in the background. It's like, and that is the quintessential instrument in the genre called Currulao. The Currulao comes from the Pacific coast of Colombia, and in the Pacific coast, it's a predominantly Afro-descendent population, Afro-Colombian. In fact, the largest number of African descendants in the Americas after Brazil is going to be in Colombia. And as you can probably hear, Currulao is a very, very African influenced genre. A lot of music in Colombia and Latin America in general is going to be a mixture of indigenous, African, and European influences. But in this case, it's a very, very African beat, which is why you have that, that urge to shake your head to it, like the motherland is calling you right now. Now I had the good fortune of actually living in the Pacific region of Colombia. I spent a few months in a city called Santiago de Cali, and I took a few trips up to the Pacific coast, and very, very rich culture up there. I recommend anybody interested in, good stuff to go to Colombia, especially the Pacific region, which is definitely a lot more underdeveloped in terms of tourism. Alright, now I get to the meat of the operation right now, which is the flow breakdown. Now, we're not going to do a complete flow breakdown in these videos, or we're going to do it actually, but if you really want to learn a song on your own, I recommend going to the blog post that this YouTube video is featured in on my blog, MimicMethod.com/blog. If you click the link in the description below the video, it will take you to that post, and you will find audio files for you to listen to, even download, and practice your flow on the go on your iPhone, So the first thing we do in a flow breakdown is we look at the syllables, okay? Now remember, it's the mimic method, which means you gotta mimic people. I'm gonna say these syllables to you. I'll say them once, and I want you to listen closely, and I'll give you some time to repeat and mimic me, okay? Ko, mo, to, ka, ba, ko, mo, seu, I, a, ko, mo, re, pin, ga, ba, e, sa, ma, rin, ba. Now in each of these videos, I want to kind of give you a sound that will be challenging to English speakers. Today's sound is going to be the T sound, the Spanish T sound. A lot of you might not know this, but the Spanish T sound is actually different from the English T sound. English T sound we do with the tip of our tongue, alright? This is my tip right here. Okay? And the way we make the T in English is I take a tip of my tongue and I raise it to what's called my alveolar ridge. Okay? And that's just a fancy way of saying the part where your gums meet your teeth. And that sound is actually me building up air pressure behind my tongue, the tip of my tongue, and the alveolar ridge, and letting it release in a burst. And that's the alright? Now, very different from the Spanish T. Well, not very different, but different enough from the Spanish T, which is made with the blade of the tongue. The blade of the tongue being just beyond the tip. So this is my tip right here, and this is my tongue. Tip, there. I'm saying tip and blade, by the way. Tip, there. To compare the two, English T, Spanish T. Alright? Now what's going on, because using a blade, there's more surface area, which means that the air pressure builds up and releases in a more kind of elegant, soft. This song, we have it for the to. Now that's the Spanish T, right? To. Tú. ¿Qué vas a hacer tú? Tú. Okay, now once you got the syllables down, your next step is to take those syllables, learn the rhythm, and then combine the two for what I call construction. Once again, go to the blog post, and I have audio files for you to practice this on your own, but we're just going to kind of review what's going on in this song. The first rhythm repeats twice. Como tocaba, como se oía. That's the same rhythm twice. And here's how it is. Di-da-di-da-di. Di-da-di-da-di. What the hell does that mean? Okay, the da in the mimic method flow training, the da represents a stress syllable. The D represents an unstressed syllable. We want to exaggerate the loudness of the da and the quietness of the D, because when you have that rhythmic structure exaggerated like that, it ingrains it deeper into our brains and makes it much, 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 much easier to learn the full lyrics. So you might sound stupid doing it, but I guarantee you that it works. Alright, so once again, we have this rhythm. Dee da dee da dee. Dee da dee da dee. Sing at home, come on. Dee da dee da. This is family sing along. Dee da dee da. Flow family sing along. Dee da dee da dee. Dee da dee da dee. Alright? Practice that. Once you have that down, then you can construct it by combining the syllables to that rhythm. And now we have this. Komoto kapa. Dee da dee da dee. Komoto kapa. Komoto kapa. Second part. Como se oía. Dee da dee da dee. Como se oía. Dee da dee da dee. Alright, so that's construction for the first two lines. So the next, which you actually call a third line, the chorus, is actually splits 2 meters, so I'm going to break it down into 2 different rhythms for you to make it easier. And the first one is this. Da dee dee da da. Da dee dee da da. Da dee dee da da. Como re pinga. Como re pinga. Final part. Da dee dee da dee. Da dee dee da dee. Esa marimba. Da dee dee da dee. Esa marimba. Esa marimba. Alright, so that's it for the flow. One last time, click the link below in this video and you'll get all the audio files. It's all free, you know. I can't keep the flow hostage, you know. I gotta spread it to the world. You guys need to have this in your life to enrich it, enrich that of your children, of your children's children, of your children's children's children. Now, if you listen closely to the chorus, you'll notice there are people clapping in the background whenever the chorus hits. And here's how they're clapping it. Como tocaba, como se oía, como repingaba esa marimba. That ability of me being able to clap it and sing it at the same time, I wasn't born with that. I wish I was, but I wasn't. I had to train that. I had to practice that. And you can practice it too. I'm going to show you how to practice it, okay? Pay attention. First thing you want to do is you want to master the clapping. Here is the clapping rhythm in slow motion once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. When you count in what's called a subdivision, which is instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, you're counting in your head 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. In this rhythm, we're saying and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. Notice, I'm saying E, even though I'm not clapping. That E is what you call a ghost note. It's silent, but I'm still hearing it, and that really, really helps when I want to do another musical production on top of that, in this case, singing. So we practice this slow while counting the subdivided notes in our head, and that's and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. 1, 2, 3. Just clapping. No, 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Notice how I did that. I clapped it sometimes I said it, sometimes I did both. You want to alternate between those because the more ways you can do it, the better command of that rhythm you have. It's going to be very difficult for you to go and add the singing right on top of that. You can do something like this. You know, it gets very confusing. So what you want to do is clap that so many times that it's in your memory. Like right now, I'm talking to you while clapping this beat because I've done this at least 6 million times before in my life. All right. So when you're bored at an office meeting, you know, your boss is talking like, blah, 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 blah. You can be in the background, just kind of tapping the beat to his boring rhythm. So you're just kind of like. Then you can think about putting them together into this. Como tocaba, como se oía, como repingaba esa marimba. Como tocaba, como se oía, como repingaba esa marimba. Okay guys, thanks for watching. That's the end of this video. If you like what you like, subscribe to this channel. You'll get more flow breakdowns. For now, I'm going to do at least once per week. Also go to the blog. The blog post, once again, has all the information you need on this If you have a song that you would like to have broken down for you, maybe your favorite song in your target language, write it in the comments. Be sure to share this video as well so your friends can get on the flow too. You know, flow is something that needs to be spread to others. We gotta spread the gospel of flow. Anyways, spread the flow, and most importantly, as soon as you close this video and for the rest of your life onwards, keep on flowing.